Let's call to order the Joint Green Efforts Committee meeting for Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. Item B on the agenda is public comment. I don't see if there's anybody on there, but we'll give it a second in case somebody wants to chime in.
There is no one under attendees.
Okay, well, that said, let's move on to presentations, which tonight we do not have any. So we will move on to the administrative portion, which is some of the minutes. You can pull those up. Perfect.
All right, we'll start with May.
Approve.
So I think that in the form of a motion. Was there a second?
Second.
Perfect. We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Moving on to number 2, which is to approve.
Just kidding,
there.
I'll stop. I'm sorry.
There we go. No, I like the energy. We're good.
I read
so we
them
have-
all before the meeting. And I was at all the meetings.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't.
There you go.
Actually,
So
sorry.
we have a motion on the, no, you're good. We have a motion on the August 1st, 2023 meeting minutes. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, any opposed? All right, hearing none, motion carries. Number 3 is to approve the September 5th, 2023 meeting minutes.
I think this one had a West instead of Westwoods.
That's possible.
I don't know if it matters. But maybe this wasn't the one. Sorry.
Maybe it was one of the other ones.
All right, well, I know it's a little bit after the motion, but I'm sure you can wordsmith that for a name of a school. We'll
Yeah.
move on. All right, do we have a motion? Stacy.
Motion.
All
Approve.
right. Second, do we have a second?
Second.
Perfect.
Let's make it a trifecta.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, hearing none. Motion carries. Let's move on to item E, public education goal, anti-idling. I know it's been a little bit, that we've had a meeting in 2 months, but anybody want to give an update on that, Sam?
There really hasn't been any movement. The signs are installed and nothing's going in at the high school at this point because traffic patterns are changing daily right now. So that'll be the next step is installation there. Actually, Garrett, I don't know if you've talked to Kat at all about. I have signs down here that were earmarked for the town hall as well. So I can reach out to her next time.
I can talk to her. I
talk to her often. It's usually about the building project, though.
I didn't know we had extra signs for town hall, so if we've got them, that'd be good to have.
They're adorable. Thank you, Kate, for all your work on that.
Thanks, Stacy. I could add something to that as well. I've been talking to Tara Vasquez. She submitted some information or, a write-up about the project that didn't make it in time for the fall newsletter. I'm hoping that can somehow be used. Garrett, is it going to
Hold on, we just got the deadline. That winter deadline's December 1st. So I'll just, if you're fine with me just reusing the same one that you sent me, I'll just send that in to the town manager's office for the winter newsletter.
Yeah, that'd be great. The other question then, that aside, that's great, is whether or not we could get something posted on our website, the Green Efforts Committee website, that some of the kids write.
Yeah, we can probably do that. Let me just someone might need to refresh my memory. Do we have a Facebook page as well? I don't remember if Green Efforts has a Facebook page. I know.
We have a
um,
Facebook page.
We
Okay.
do.
It's not that
We do.
active.
It's not very active, but it's there.
As long as someone has access to it, that's the important part.
I
Yeah.
do. There was someone who was handling communications in town hall when Erica was the liaison, but I don't remember what her name was, and she had access as well.
Yes.
Okay, I will check. So our current person doing all that is Amanda Rubin. I'll check with her if she's got it.
That
Otherwise, I
is
think
not
I have
something-
access if I
Okay,
would probably give her access because it's probably a good idea for someone in town hall to have access.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably,
I
and as far as I know, Amanda does most of the a lot of the Explore Farmington posts now. So she is probably doing stuff anyway, so we can coordinate with that. I just pulled up the Green Efforts website, so our on the town website, so we can definitely do like something right at the top.
Okay, great. I'll let her,
about that.
thanks.
Yeah.
Did Tara, when you were speaking to her, did she give you any feedback if it's made a difference on the signs? I know we haven't really had a crazy amount of cold weather, but I know that's coming, which usually makes it worse.
Yeah.
Was there any feedback on that front?
No, she didn't have anything for me. And what has to happen, I think, is that she sends the kids back out to do, that the study they did at the very beginning where they, timed people who were sitting there idling. And that I know is on her radar to do that. But she didn't have anything tangible, right, that she could report.
Okay.
I think what needs to happen is that like more information needs to go out to the public in general. So maybe this article that comes out for just, the winter newsletter, and then maybe we get this on here. And, some communication directly with the kids at Westwoods, the parents at Westwoods, which I don't think has happened yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever have an idea of having maybe the students, some of the ones that show up early, hold some signs for 5 or 10 minutes as the drop off happens? Because that always seems to get more attention, that kind of thing.
It's not a bad idea. Look at the politicians that get that kind of attention.
As I say, if you want to
Popular.
repurpose some of the
Not
plastic signs, like I end up with plenty in the back of the town car all the time. So
Yeah.
they can just put paper on those and just draw.
Right. That's a good idea, Garrett, actually.
Yeah, I can
You know
set some
what,
aside.
Johnny, that's a great idea. I'll suggest that to her.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would have a bigger impact than any newsletter or anything. Just, even just, it's always out of sight, out of mind. And the signage is great, but we see signs and we see stop signs and we're not always stopping at them. We're in a hurry. Everybody's always on the run. So
Well, it's very true. It's very true. And, the signs are great, but they're not huge. And honestly, yeah, we're all in a hurry always. We're not seeing it. So that's a great idea. Particularly with the cold weather on us now. So people are going to be sitting there with their cars on.
today it definitely set in. I
Mhm.
experienced that. We had a high school field trip on site and it was mostly outdoors, and you know how they show up, t-shirts and shorts and never prepared. You know the feeling. But anyhow, all right. Great. Anything else on anti-idling?
Not from me.
Okay, perfect. All right, moving on to waste reduction goal, discussion on the littering signs that adopt the road. I know we haven't done too much with this. And I know the committee is gonna have a little different makeup in the next month, so I'm not sure how much we want to get into this at this point. Talia had given the idea, and I think it's a great idea, and I think it can be expanded on. But at this point, I'm not sure there's not a lot unless somebody wants to add anything at this point or any thoughts they've had.
I tried really hard to sell it as a capstone project, like in August and early September, to a senior at FHS, and I got no bites. I was just like, this is the project. You could write the resolution. You could be the person who does the things. Nothing.
Yeah. But apparently every capstone project involves rebuilding bridges for the land trust. I met,
Really are people. No.
Sadly,
I-
no bridges. So sadly, no bridges, but we're gonna get a kiosk out of it.
I met with 3 different students, and out of the 3, 2 of them were looking to refurbish or refinish or add some kind of walking thing with the land trust. So
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Johnny.
after I'm off Green Efforts in how many days is it now? It's 1 month and
2
22
months.
days.
Are you gonna miss us, Johnny?
I am. I may even pop in, but Kate, just
I feel like that's a lie.
I don't know about that, but Kate, after this, I know it's off topic, but I had offered to, if the projects look good, to donate some or all the wood if the students are really into it.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if that got relayed during the back and forth.
Okay.
So I
No,
know we
that's-
just jumped from adopt the road to land trust bridges, but
Hey,
you
that's
know
all
how to reach me.
Okay, thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it.
All right. Moving on to composting with Westwoods.
So I again talked to Tara recently about it, but Sam, you probably have that information as well. She'd got the funding to build the appropriate receptacles. So that was great. So that's moving forward from what I understand. I don't know, Sam, what else you know?
Yeah, she got some Noah Wallace grant funding to purchase the receptacles. I know that. I think as far as the implementation, she was looking at next calendar, well, I say next year. A month from now, 2 months from now, she'll be looking to implement that.
Mhm.
So for the spring semester.
Okay. Any questions on that? All
Yeah, she
right.
had to have a special, I don't know, I guess.
Well, it's like a sorting station, right? So you
Yeah,
got,
thank you, sorting station. And she thought it was gonna be $4,000 was gonna cover the cost of it, but it was actually $4,000 a piece. So they went back to the Noah Wallace Fund and begged for more money, and they gave it to them. So that was great.
Oh, great.
Good.
All right. Okay. Moving on to the meeting schedule for 2024. Garrett had. Oh, you want to jump into this first, Garrett? I know. it
no,
wasn't
I
on
was
the
clicking the wrong
agenda.
tab. I was clicking the wrong
Okay.
tab. I'll do that next.
Okay, the meeting schedule for 2024 as listed in front or in front of you on the screen. So can I-
every meeting is the first Tuesday. There's nothing we had to move for the schedule. The only thing is we usually cancel the July meeting just because it's the week of July 4th. July 4th is a Thursday this year, so it's the Tuesday before, but I think if we've just been consistently canceling the July, we'll just go ahead and cancel July.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, just need everyone to vote. I will most likely cancel the January meeting because
Lame duck.
Johnny will no longer be on town council, so he's not our chair. Patty's
And-
moving to town council.
And I
Um,
won't be sworn in yet, or whoever
right.
is going to be the chair won't be sworn in yet.
Yes,
And I have
and-
appointed anyone.
Yeah, none of the commission assignments are until the first town council meeting, which is after our January meeting. I'm not sure about Kate because I know Kate got elected to ZBA. I don't know if she can serve on both.
She
we might be-
can.
Okay.
Katie Perry used to serve on both.
All right, that's fine. Then that's
Yep.
fine. But so we'll only be doing 2 members.
So
So-
question,
Yes.
Bree Quimby, I know wants to be on the committee. She's a Dem though. Is there any room for her?
Yeah. Hold on.
Because I reached out to her recently. I said, have you been going? Because I've been missing, sadly. I'm sorry. Again, I'll apologize for that.
So what she would have to do is reach out and get. So I know Rafina does a lot of them. So at the next meeting, if she was put up as on a motion to be part of it, she could be. Then she'd have to get sworn in. But at the council level, we have to approve her. And we have a meeting next Tuesday. Usually, depending on party, they get motioned and put up by the party that's there. That's Rafina's done them all
Oh.
for anybody in the Dem side. So if you reach out to her,
Okay,
she'd be able to list that out.
Okay, is-
And get the motion. She usually I think her, or anybody who has them usually coordinates with CJ. The day of or the day before, just to know it's coming up, so we can be aware for it on the agenda. We usually give a 30-second to minute recap of the person and what their background is and that kind of stuff. And then once they're motioned in, it's just about going to get sworn in at the town hall. So I know we're short spots. We're missing, I think,
Yeah,
one or two,
so
right?
We
Is,
have one vacancy currently. There's someone that was appointed to Green Effort, Shay Spear. I can't get a hold of her.
Yeah.
Doesn't respond to email, and I've been trying to work with the town clerk to get her removed. But I don't think anyone
right.
is.
What's Shay's party?
That's
She's
ours.
not registered to
And
vote.
yeah,
She's not
it's
registered?
she's
Right.
not, but it was something that we had put her up, and she'd reached out and through the connection to the RTC.
That's fine. I was just
and-
asking for the majority rule
Yeah.
purposes.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
and but we went as far as to appoint her. And then Garrett and I Garrett through the town stuff and I through the RTC have tried like crazy just to get her in to go get sworn in and like
And
disappear.
the town clerk has sent certified mail to no response.
Yeah,
So-
we have a rule, Garrett, in our,
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
I
incorporating
forget
that
what
one?
it is, but so it's part of that, but someone has to remove. I can't just do it.
Donnie who has to remove her. Cause I think the rules are written for the chair of the committee can remove.
I'll
if-
double check and then, yeah,
Yeah,
let me
Yeah,
double check.
if that's the case, Garrett, then let's line that up for next meeting.
I was gonna say,
Let's
let me double
clean
check.
this up. Let's
Yeah, I'll
clean
double
this
check
up so
tomorrow.
that
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
double check tomorrow and then I'll get you an answer so that way for, would you say town council's next week?
I have one on
Or just
Tuesday. I think it's
Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Okay,
yeah.
so the sooner I can get that done.
I mean, it would,
the
if
better.
it's something we do from a green effort side, then I don't know if the council has to do it, but
I think
let's
the
chat,
council-
let's chat offline and figure out the best way. So either it's the Tuesday night or
Yes.
it's at this meeting for December and let's get it taken care of because
Yeah,
it's obvious that they don't.
then we'll
wanna
have two
participate, so.
vacancies, Kate.
okay, so then should I have Bree
Yes.
brought forward on Tuesday?
Yes, so have her talk to Rafina. Is it? Yeah, Rafina, because I know it depends on how we do it, but yeah, have her talk to Rafina. And get that started. I think there's an application on the town website as well.
I mean, I thought she already did all that and then she got told there's no room at the inn, so.
That might have been a while ago.
There's room at the inn.
I believe it, Stacy.
we have how many, we have 9 members. This maximum is 6 from one party.
Yeah, but gosh, I mean, come
So
on.
I
who's-
I didn't count how many there were, but our limit is 6.
Okay.
Public schools, employment, town clerks, and have her call, have her call Maureen Kate. So 860-675-2380.
Oh, wait, hang on.
We'll email you the number.
Oh,
get
you
it
will?
over.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get it over.
All right,
All
thanks.
right. Kind of took a tangent. I just need everyone to vote on the schedule for 2024 to approve it
Okay.
first, and then I got a few other things.
I have just notes that February 6th is a potential Board of Ed budget meeting. April 2nd is a Board of Ed meeting. And November 5th is election day.
Oh, yeah, I would do it. I think probably the only reason we didn't include election days because there's
It's
no one's
not a
up from the-
municipal one.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
we
But
can
it'll
move
be
that.
presidential.
Yeah. So let's just work backwards. So October,
First,
I'm sorry, November, not October. Everyone,
that's fine, right?
yeah, if we bump it to the 4th, move it ahead a day to the
Mhm.
Monday.
What is
Sure.
GEC?
Green Efforts
Oh, that's
Commission.
it. Never mind. All right, never mind. I'm brain dead today.
This is
Um,
our office calendar for all our commissions and the town council, just for
Okay.
so when we're planning. So we'll move the
So if
5th
it's
to the 4th.
election day, then yeah, I would move it to
Yeah.
the day before, so
All
go
right.
to the 4th.
What was
Is this why I've been double booked for WPCA meetings so many times? Because I don't see them on here at all.
Yeah, because we don't do WPC.
Got it.
I would do it. Okay. Patty, what was the next one?
October 1st.
Going back
oh,
to
sorry.
April 2nd, it's April 2nd is a Board of Ed meeting because I think my guess is because the town meeting's on the Monday, so we're meeting the day after.
Yeah.
But you can,
And then
it's
it's
been
vacation
a
the week after.
conflict before. It's more, if it's not, if
Right.
it can't be moved, it can't be moved. And whoever the Board of Ed rep is just can't come that day.
Yeah, I think it's better to have our meeting in that first week because of cleanup day. And town council's on Monday, and then
Yeah, there's no other day to move that. So
yeah, so April will leave.
Yeah.
All right, and then is it
and February 6th is a potential budget meeting, but the 5th is absolutely a budget meeting. The 6th is just if needed. So it's all a matter of how long it takes the board to go through their budget. So again, it's probably worth leaving it there. It just rather than changing it, I just wanted to bring it to the attention that there's a couple dates that the Board of Ed member won't be able to make.
Yeah, February, I can coordinate with whoever that ends up being too, because that'll be our first meeting after they're appointed and assigned.
Yep.
So I can coordinate with them because I'll have to coordinate with the new chair as well. Whoever that is.
Yep.
All right, we'll leave February as so really we'll move November 5th to the 4th.
Okay.
Just because of elections. So that's easy. All right.
So if you want to bring that up and so we would get a motion to approve the schedule as written with the change from November 4th to 5th, or 5th to 4th, I mean. There you go.
All right.
Stacy's
doing
motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Patty.
All right, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
Johnny, you're gonna miss this committee. It's the best one.
I will. I'll be there for cleanup day though. So,
Yay.
I had fun last
Thank
year.
you.
Yay.
So that being said, with the because I had said we cancel the January meeting, Stacy, I know you're running cleanup day. If you think we need to meet on anything in January, like to set a date or anything, just let me know. We can either have a special meeting or have a cleanup day working group where it's just me, you, and like one other person. Just
Okay.
and it can just be
How about
any
me,
day.
you, and the other person who's going to help me and
Yes,
train
that's
to
fine.
do it in
Yeah,
the future?
so that's if you think we need to meet on anything in January, just let me know. We'll just pick a date. It doesn't matter. And we be flexible. It's a special meeting anyway. It's a working group. It can be 6, it can be 8, it could be 5, or whatever. We can make it work with everyone's schedule. All right. I do have a few things. So one, on Tuesday, we received notice that Simple Recycling will be ceasing operations in Connecticut on December 1st.
Oh.
After I just done an article in the fall newsletter.
And they were just in I just saw their van in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
so it's dated the 7th. We got it Tuesday. So today's Wednesday. So yesterday, that they're ceasing operations December 1st. So maybe in the spring we can come up with, if you've got stuff, you can donate it to these places, but it's a little unfortunate. And it's kind of out of the blue, right? There's no warning or anything like that for us. So just wanted to give everyone a heads up on that.
We're gonna have to notify the town, aren't we? Like
We got
some way, shape, or form.
we can. I think they said they'd be reaching out to all the
Okay.
I seem to appreciate your portion. Our committees will utilize the communications resource we have available to notify residents of the change in service.
All right. Let's let them give the bad news then.
Yes, yeah, it's always better because then it's gonna be like, oh, why did the town stop doing this?
Yeah.
It's better if they're saying it's just Connecticut that they're stopping. I'm sure there might be other states that they're stopping operation, but we're the only one they told us about.
Do we know if there's any other organization that does the same thing? Because we diverted a lot. That's gonna all go back into our.
Yeah, I don't know of any others. I think this was just the main one in Connecticut. I mean, we can do
I just Googled textile recycling Connecticut, and the town of Middletown has a page about textile recycling, and it includes that they have drop-off boxes locations for recycling of textiles. It might be worth looking into seeing how that's managed.
I know we talked about that years ago. We were gonna do that, Patty.
Oh, but Farmington has a rule about that, don't they?
They complained, yeah, they were saying it's gonna be a mess and there's no place to
Right.
put it and, all of that.
That's right. We have a rule about those bins. Never mind.
A TPC rule, you mean?
Hmm?
Yeah,
A
probably.
TPC rule?
It's a zoning ordinance, I think.
Yeah, the donation bins. I mean, I know some towns do as part, I think Project Grad fundraising, there's textile donations. Does,
Not in
now.
23. I don't know about
Okay.
other years, but
I know my high school did it, so it's.
Hmm.
But
I
might
mean,
have to just.
there
look
may
at
be
other
options to reach
Yeah.
out to some of the booster clubs and stuff, because I know for the crew, they do like shoe recycling, and they do fundraisers with it. I know my wife's had signs that we've been getting loads of shoes dropped off at our house for the last couple of months. So there may be a way to team up with one of the teams as well and get some of the kids involved, and do more of a kind of like a cleanup day version of it where, people clean out their closets in the spring or, going into the fall, it's got to be thought out, but that may be an option as well.
Well, it could be added to the townwide cleanup thing up at the town hall with recycling, the electronics. recycling.
yeah, at least
Yeah,
like
with
a
the
once a
hazardous
year
waste.
thing.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look into that. That reminds me, I gotta find out if we have a date for that. For next year. I don't know. I think that gets set soon, so I'll gotta keep an eye out for that. I think that's it. So meet again in December, and then we'll cancel January just for I don't want to say no leadership, but
Yeah, there
yeah,
really won't be. There won't be a chair.
right. So and then we'll meet in December, and then we'll meet again in February. So and start with the cleanup.
Do you want to, so that it's, we could do that as a motion at the next meeting to cancel the January meeting? I know we're setting
Yeah,
the schedule
sure.
for
Yeah,
January
it's-
now, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can just do it or just to send out a notice that I say we don't have a chair, so no
Okay.
meeting.
Because we
Something like that.
actually have a quorum tonight.
Right.
So
We got all our votes down. I got them all.
Yeah, because we could set the meeting just without that January 2nd date. Set the
yeah,
calendar.
that's kind of what I was getting back at. Is
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
make a
I
motion.
think-
Make a motion. I'll approve
well,
it.
no. So town council meeting's the 9th, and then it would have to be either the 10th or the 11th because I wouldn't be available that week, and then we're basically at the next meeting by the time we get past Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
We can think about it for January.
It might just make sense to just not have a January meeting.
Yeah, it's
So-
between holidays, so everything.
I
like that. So that
motion
was
to
my-
cancel the January
All right, I guess
meeting.
we're doing it.
All right, we have
I
a
second
motion
it.
and a second.
Hate not Patty for once. All right.
I'd let someone else have a chance.
Sorry. Sorry.
All right.
All right.
No, I gave you the chance.
Any other discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, any opposed? All right, motion carries.
As I said earlier, December 1st is the deadline for the winter newsletter. So if anyone wants anything else, I'll include the anti-idling. If there's something you want to do, just let me give me a heads up so I can let a manager's office know to be expecting something. Because they start laying stuff out, start getting stuff. So if you think of something, let me know. Yeah. Anything for me?
No, anything else?
Once, twice.
Oh, are we closing the meeting? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, unless you've got anything else.
Just a quickie, that I was gonna bring to the last meeting about this tree removal idea that's kind of percolating in the community. There's a lot of concern about the clear cutting that private homeowners are doing on their property. You know, they'll clear cut the entire lot to build a house on it. And, you know, the problems with that, the environmental problems with that, the effect on, you know, the neighbors as far as the environmental impact, also the economic impact. So a lot of things. And so this group is trying to develop and would love for something to be developed in the town that is similar to the setback that everyone has to go for to put a shed on or build onto their property or whatever for trees, to protect trees on the periphery and on the property line. And so, I mean, I think it's something, you know, we met with CJ and he said, you know, it's going to be a real hard, you know, that's going to be a tough one to get passed or to get any kind of policy around. But, you know, whether or not we could get something that's a little bit, you know, lowball and then do education programs about the, you know, what the benefits of trees are, you know, why you don't want to cut them down, just kind of pell-mell and, you know, kind of, and then also, you know, how do you trim trees? How do you take care of your trees so that you're not having to take them down because you never took care of them? That kind of thing. And whether that's an initiative the Green Efforts Committee wants to take on as far as the town is concerned, given that it seems to be a recurring theme.
So we had this on the agenda the last couple meetings. I had Garrett take it off just because it's one of those things that I do think that the next Green Efforts Committee meeting can dive into this more. Because I know we discussed it originally a little bit. There's, I don't think it's a TPZ per se. It's more of a town ordinance type of thing, and the council has to be involved. And now that there's going to be new council, there's 2 years, same people, new Green Efforts Committee make up wherever that shakes out. There'll be a little bit more discussion. Anything we would have done in the last month or two would have went all for naught at this point anyway. So, but I appreciate you bringing it up because I know that you know there's definitely different viewpoints on that. But I think diving into it after the new year and seeing, you know, what it is that would be palatable for people and, you know, with the town council. I know they're, even after today, I don't even know if we know exactly what's going on at the council. There's some recounts going on. So it's all fun stuff.
Yeah, and I understand, Johnny, that the agenda is set by the town council chair. And so whatever kind of, you know, approach we would take as the Green Efforts needs to go by that person and hopefully get it included in the agenda. Am I right about that?
Yes, that is correct. But if before the chair, just a little bit that I've been involved, would ever bring anything up like that, they would want to see a pretty good either undertaking from Green Efforts or some kind of proposal to consider.
Yeah.
And some discussion on it. So it's in my experience, it isn't like if I'm giving a quick report on Green Efforts, I say, by the way, I'd like to change the ordinance about trees. I would get thrown out of there pretty quickly. So we would have to come in prepared with, you know, some backup data stuff, kind of like what we did with some of the native lawns and some of the discussions we went through with some of the rules and what other towns have. So it'd be to dive into examples and, you know, how some towns that have been successful in this have done it, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. We've done a bit of research, so we do have some of that. But whether Green Efforts would be part of this and that's the way in, or whether it's just, you know, a group from the community that goes in and tries to get something to happen. I think Green Efforts, this is a great project to get involved with. So I take your advice in waiting for the new group to come through and have it as an agenda piece. Okay.
Right. Anybody else? Anything else, Garrett, on your end?
Nope, that's it for me for tonight.
Okay. I know Stacy's chomping at the bit to do a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right.
My best friend is visiting from Ohio. She got in tonight. If you have
Ah,
nice.
she probably, yeah. Whoa.
All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
I.
All
Aye.
right. Good night, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And,
Thank you, everyone.
And we'll see you next month.